let's get started. Factorize the following algebraic expression: 5xy square minus 25x square y. Those on TikTok, if you can hear me loud and clear, let me know. I don't know why I had some issue with the sound earlier. Okay, so anyway, what we can do here when we have two terms like this, we can actually pull out our highest common factor. Okay, so I'm going to write that here. Pull out HCF. Okay, HCF here being highest common factor, and the highest common factor would be 5xy. But of course, when you pull out the 5xy, you're left with, in this case, you're left with y. In the first term, when you pull out your 5xy, you're left with y. In the second case, when you pull out 5xy, you're left with 5x. So the answer here would be A. Okay, so A is your answer. This is for question number 1. Okay, why is B not acceptable? Because, okay, one way to test whether your factorization is correct or not is to expand it again. Okay, so I'll write that here. One way to test out our factorization is to expand and see if we get our original expression. Okay, so this is a pro tip, pro MasterMaths tip. One way to test out our factorization is to expand and see if we get our original expression. So if you look at B, 5xy times 5x will actually give me 25x square y. 5xy times minus y will give me 5xy square. Now, you compare this guy on top with this guy here, and you notice that there's something different, isn't it? One is 5xy square minus 25x square y. The other is 25x square y minus 5xy square. So obviously this is not correct. Okay, so B is out. B is out. I'm going to put a big red cross here. Now let's try C. Okay, so we try C and then we get 5xy square minus 25x square y. And then you're like, we expanded and we got back our original expression. That's true. That's true. However, you notice that when you look at whatever you have in your brackets here, you see, so to know whether your factorization is correct or not, to know whether your factorization is correct or not, you have to look at what is inside the bracket. Can you factorize whatever is inside the bracket further? So maybe I'll write that down. Okay, so pro tip, one way to test out our factorization is to expand and see if we get our original expression. Check that the terms in the bracket cannot be factorized further. Okay? Check that the terms in the bracket cannot be factorized further. Now, in this case, xy square minus 5x square y can be factorized further. I can actually pull out my x and y. So this is also out. Okay, this has not been completely factorized. And of course, sounds like factories is just, it's a non-answer lah. So the answer is A. Okay, so for those of you who got A for this first question, give yourself that pat on your back. Well done. You got the first question right. But this is very basic factorization. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, so pretty easy lah. This one basically just pull out the highest common factor. Obviously, the factorization, when we talk about factorization, you know, there's a lot of things that we need to cover, and this is just one aspect of it. Okay? Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Okay, before that, the 5 golden steps to factorization. Okay, I'll give you all some time to read through this, and then I'll go through with you all and try to explain a bit. Let me see if we've got any comments on TikTok and Instagram. If you're joining us on TikTok, you're joining us on Instagram, you know, drop me a comment, like and share my video. Okay, somebody says that they did their WA2 today, so congratulations to the person who just completed his WA2. Okay, we've got 8 people on TikTok and we've got 9 people on Instagram. Okay, now we've got 10 people on TikTok and 8 people on Instagram. Okay, so thank you for joining us on this lovely Wednesday evening. Today we are doing algebraic factorization. Okay, so this is a Sec 2 topic. You will also see some of it in Sec 3. Okay. So it says here that we should factorize out the common terms from all terms, okay, which is what we did in question number 1. Okay, so in question number 1, we factorized the common term. We took out the highest common factor. Okay, we took out the highest common factor. And then we check for the number of terms. Why do we check for the number of terms? Because this is where we are going into this. Okay, so if you have 2 terms, you should attempt to apply this. Alamak, why is it written like that? Okay, there's a... Maybe let me try and fix this. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, never mind. Okay, so for 2 terms, we will try to use this thing called the difference of squares. Apply difference, difference of squares. Okay, and what is the difference of squares? Difference of squares here just means a square minus b square equals to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so you can see here there are 2 terms, a square, b square. There's a minus sign in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to factorize them in this format: a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so I'm sure we're going to go through some examples which will allow you to apply the difference of squares. But in this first question here, did we need to apply the difference of squares? No. Did we apply difference of squares here? No. Okay, because after we pulled out our 5xy, we are left with y and 5x. And y and 5x, they are both not squares. They are both not squares. So obviously, we cannot apply difference of squares if we don't have squares in the first place. Okay, we don't have squares in the first place. So question number 1, we did not have to apply difference of squares. We only needed to pull out the highest common factor. Now, for 3 terms factorization, we use what is known as the cross method. So this is when you have a quadratic expression that looks a bit like this. Okay, I'm going to write it out here. ax squared plus bx plus c. Can you see that? ax squared plus bx plus c. I'm trying to zoom in. Alright. So this is known as a quadratic expression. Okay. You have your x squared over there. You have your bx. And then you have your constant term, your c. So how you solve this is you have to use this thing called the cross method. So the cross method is where you the cross is lying on its side. Okay, it's a t that's been put on its side. So you will put the first term and the third term here and here, and you will try to find the factors of the first and the third term. We will go through an example later. You know, I'm sure it'll help if I go through an example and explain with the help of an example. Now, for 4 terms factorization, we use this thing called the pairing and factoring method. So, basically, what I want you all to appreciate is that when we talk about factorization, guys, when we talk about factorization, very, very important, you must understand that whether it is 2 terms or 3 terms or 4 terms, this will determine what methods you use, what techniques you use to factorize. Okay, can you all understand that? I need you all to digest that, understand that. Okay, for 2 terms we use a different technique, for 3 terms we use a different technique, for 4 terms we use a different technique. But throughout 2 terms and 3 terms and 4 terms, we always can pull out the highest common factor. That is a technique that can be used across the board. Okay, so be very careful, because sometimes the question will require you to factorize using 2 techniques. The first technique might be to pull out the highest common factor. The second technique might be to use either A, B or C, like what you see here. Alright? Okay. Then number 5, just as I mentioned, right, the MasterMaths pro tip. Check answer by expanding and checking against questions expression. So you expand again and then you check. Did I get my original expression? If you got your original expression, good for you. If you didn't get your original expression, then something's wrong somewhere. Alright, guys. Okay, again, for those of you all who are new, you have not joined our Telegram group for secondary maths. This is the Telegram group here, t.me/mastermathssecondary/mastermaths. Wait, hold on. I think mastermaths.com.sg is just the website. So this is the Telegram group. Okay? This is the Telegram group. Join lah. You know, we give you tips. You know, we share our notes here in our Telegram group. Okay. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2. Factorize 10 minus 1000 p square. Okay. Come, all those at home. Let's see how many of you all at home watching this. Okay, fantastic. On TikTok, I've got 10 people. 10 people, and on Instagram I've got 6 people. So okay, come on, the 10 of you all on TikTok and the 6 of you all on Instagram. What's the answer for this question number 2? Anybody? Factorize 10 minus 1000 p square. What is the answer going to be? Let's see if we can get some answers from the people watching at home. Anybody? Anybody would like to try and be a hero here? Okay, YB Yusof says C. Thank you, YB Yusof. Okay, I'm not sure what the answer is. I got to try it out later myself. Someone is saying A with 2 question marks. So maybe not very sure whether it should be A or something else. I don't think it's A lah. I don't think it's A. You know why I don't think it's A? Because you see, this 1 minus 100 p square here, you can still factorize further. You can still factorize further. Okay? Okay, maybe we give you all a bit more time so that, you know, maybe you want to try it on your own first. Sherry Soraya has just joined us on Instagram. Hello. There's a Nur Salawati, Maisara, Rasara. Sorry if I'm butchering your names, guys. Some of you all, I've never seen your names before. Maybe you all are joining us for the first time. Sean Ng just liked my live. Thank you, Sean Ng. Please follow us, MasterMaths. We try to pump out good content. Okay, someone has said B. Wow, so somebody say B, somebody say C. Okay. I think just looking at it, I'm guessing it's B. If I'm asked to guess, I will say it probably is B. You know why? Because this is, how many terms is this, guys? This is 2 terms. This is 2 terms. 2 terms. We see here there's a 10 over here. Okay, there's a 10 over here. And then there's a 1000 p square over here. So we got 2 terms. We got 2 terms. So remember, when we talk about 2 terms, we need to apply the difference of squares. Not say it's a must lah, but usually lah, I would say 90% of the time, when you got 2 terms and you're asked to factorize, most likely you will be asked to apply difference of squares lah. Okay? Okay, let's try lah. Let's not leave you all in suspense much longer. What time is it now? 8:20. Okay, I still got 40 minutes to go. I hope you all have had your dinner. I had my dinner already. I'm ready to teach as much as I can lah in this 1 hour which I have every Wednesday with you guys. Okay, factorize 10 minus 1000 p square. So I've written it at the bottom here. Okay, so step number 1, I ask myself, okay, wow, 2 terms wow, okay, teacher said 2 terms, I must apply difference of squares. Okay, let's see. Can apply difference of squares? Cannot. Cannot. Why? Because 10 is not a square. If you square root 10, what do you get? You don't get an integer. You don't get a nice number. Like if I square root 16, I get 4. I square root 25, I get 5. I square root 1000 also cannot. I can cube root 1000, but I cannot square root 1000. I can square root 100. So how? Wow. Cannot apply difference of squares. Okay, wait. So teacher also say pull out highest common factor. So let's try and pull out highest common factor first. So what's the highest common factor here? 10. So I pull out the 10, I get 1 minus 100 p square. Okay, then I know some of you all will, the answer is over there. The answer is A. Wrong. So if you say that the answer is A, that means your answer is only partially correct. Partially correct, I can only give you partial marks lah. So let's say the exam, this question 2 marks. I give you 1 mark lah. The other 1 mark, goodbye. Okay, so cannot stop over here. I must continue. So what do I do? This is where over here, guys, we can apply what is known as the difference of the squares. So if I were to square root 1, I will get 1. Correct? What if I square root 100 p square? Who can tell me? What does this give me, guys? Square root 100 p square. Come on. Let's see who wants to be a hero. 100 p square, you square root. What do you get, guys? What do you get? Alamak, why the thing? Okay, this one. Square root 100 p square. What do you get? 10p. Fantastic. 10p. Awesome. You guys are paying attention. I love it when people pay attention. Okay. So this becomes 10p. So now this is 10. So you see, this is your 1, which is the thing that you can square root to give you 1. This is your 100p square, the thing that you can square root to give you 10p. So remember, don't forget this. A square minus b square. Alamak. Okay, let me write it again. I write it in purple lah. A square minus b square equals to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so this thing here is like your a square minus b square. So you must give me a plus b, a minus b. So what is your a plus b, a minus b? 1 plus 10p, 1 minus 10p. You do this, solid lah. You get the answer. All the marks you will get 1. Okay, so answer is B, not A, not C, not D. So those who got B, well done to you. Keep it up. Okay. 1 minus 10p, 1 plus 10p, and then don't forget the 10 outside lah. So question 2 answer is B. Okay. Can this one 2 terms 2 terms. So factorization, remember, got 2 terms, got 3 terms, got 4 terms. Be very, very careful. Guys, maths is very easy lah. That's all I can say. You just need to study hard. Some subject you study hard also you still cannot get the A star or the A1 or the whatever it is, distinction. But maths, right, you study hard, it will always reward you guys. You will definitely get it one. Okay. But don't use the calculator too often. Using the calculator too often, it numbs your brain. It makes your brain weak. You all don't make your brain weak. Okay guys, 6x squared plus 5xy minus 6y squared. Wow, why so difficult No lah, not difficult It's not tough we cancel this part lah. The answer part D is too tough. We don't want to say that it's tough It's very easy. Okay, this is your 3 terms. I put a bracket there. 3 terms. So 3 terms, we use what is called the cross method. Okay, come, A, B or C. A, B or C. Instagram, TikTok, come give me your answers please. A, B or C. Okay, of course you need to do first lah. Don't just anyhow whack take out a piece of paper. It's all free tuition for you all. Okay, take out a piece of paper, go and try. Okay, while everybody else is watching TV, while everybody else is doing something silly, going on Lazada, going on Shopee, spending their money, but 5-5 sale is over already. Okay, you all are here, you all are paying attention to me. Okay, take out your piece of paper, go and try and see what you get the answer or not. If you get the answer same as me, that means you are safe lah. If you don't get the answer same as me, that means need to open up your textbook, open up your 10-year series, work harder Okay, let's see what answers we get lah on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, didn't study for math WA2 and got 23 out of 30. Wow, you very lucky You very lucky. No, I don't think you'll be so lucky all the time. Okay, guys, those who are doing and trying, somebody said C. C. Okay, a few of you are saying C. Of course, okay, let me be clear. In the exam, in the actual exam, there's no MCQ. Maths, there's no MCQ. This one only live stream, I give you all MCQ. Because MCQ very easy lah. You look at the answer, you think the C is correct, you put C. But of course, in the actual exam, it's all open-ended guys. Okay, so a few people have been saying it's C lah. The answer is C. So let's try. I used to watch your videos last year before O-levels. Haha. Okay, thank you. I hope you did well for your O-levels. Okay. Come, let's try. Let's try. Time now is 8:28. I got to wrap it up in half an hour. I got question 3, question 4, question 5. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, what must I do? This one, I will take a bit of time to explain to you all properly lah. For those of you all who are willing to listen, how do we solve this kind of question? Okay, number 1, I will always tell my student, you draw the T that is lying down. The T very tired, see? So the T lying down. At first it's like this, right? Then after that he decided to lie down, so he become like this. Okay, I also quite tired today, because I was watching the Champions League game last night. Borussia Dortmund versus PSG. Wow, that was a very good football game. I don't know if you guys are a big fan of European football, Champions League. I like to watch lah. Tonight also got one match, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. That one also going to be a very solid game, but it's at 3 AM lah. If we can wake up at 3 AM for football, hopefully we can wake up at 3 AM to study hard also. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? So the T is lying down because the T is tired. So we take the first term, which is 6x squared, and the last term, which is 6y squared, or minus 6y squared. Don't forget the minus sign, guys. We put the first term over here. Can see, put the 6x squared over there. Put the minus 6y squared over here. Okay guys, now what do we do guys? Step number 1 done. Step number 2, this fella and this fella, basically the first term and the third term. Remember, we only do this for 3 terms. Factorization involving 3 terms. We do this. What do we do now? We break it up into its factors. We break it up into its factors. So the first one, we can put 3x and 2x. Why 3x, 2x? Because 3x times 2x will give me 6x squared. This one basic algebra that you should have learned from Sec 1. So some of you all still don't know that 3x times 2x will give me 6x squared. Problem, must know all this lah. So 3x times 2x will give me 6x squared. Okay, some people will be asking, hey, why I cannot break it down into 6x and x? Because 6x and x will also give me 6x squared so why I cannot use 6x and x? Okay, answer very simple lah. Actually you can, but for a start, as a rule of thumb, we call it rule of thumb, we use the factors which are closer to each other. Okay, we use the factors that are closer to each other. So we will use 3x and 2x and not 6x and x for a start. Now, what about 6y squared? Okay, 6y squared, we can put 3y and 2y. Okay, 3y and 2y. But you see guys, there's a minus sign over here. So that means either your 3y or your 2y needs to be negative. Because negative times positive will give me negative. So out of the 2 factors, one of them has to be negative, one has to be positive. If they are both negative, when you multiply them together, you get positive. If they are both positive, when you multiply them together, you also get positive. Okay? So, but we don't put the negative sign first lah. We don't put the negative sign first. Okay, now we try and multiply this with this and this with this. We see what we get. So we will get 6xy. We get another 6xy. Then we're like, I'm supposed to get 5xy. Cannot. Something is wrong somewhere. So obviously 6xy and 6xy is either you get 0 if you take 6xy minus 6xy, or you get 12xy if you take 6xy plus 6xy. So be very clear, from here to here we are multiplying. From here to here we are also multiplying. Okay, so maybe I highlight for you all. So this one highlight, to give you this. Then this one and this one will give you this. Can see? The pink and the pink will multiply together to give you the pink at the end here. The purple and the purple will multiply to give you the purple at the end here. Okay? And then these two also multiply to give you this. These two also multiply to give you this. But this fella and this fella is either they add or subtract to give you what? To give you the one in the middle. So remember just now we used the first term and the third term. The ones are highlighted in purple. First term and third term. But now at the end of the day, you're going to add or subtract these two to give you the middle term. So obviously 6xy and 6xy doesn't give you 5xy. So back to the drawing board. Now we need to do again. So now I'm going to put my 2y over here. I'm going to put my 3y over here. So when I put my 2y over here on top and my 3y below, this one will give me 4xy. This one will give me 9xy. Can see, very clear. So 3x times 3y, 9xy. 2x times 2y, 4xy. Now, will this give me 5xy? Positive 5xy. Yes, it will. How? This has to be negative. See? So when you have minus 4xy, with 9xy, this will give me 5xy. But for this to be negative, that means this one also must be negative. And if this is negative, this one minus 2y, this one 3y, do I get back my minus 6y squared that I got just now? Yes. Right? Remember what I said, if this third term here is negative, one of these terms has to be negative. So this is minus 2y, this is positive 3y. This minus 2y multiply with the 2x just now to give me minus 4xy. Minus 4xy plus 9xy will give me 5xy. Do I want 5xy? Yes, I want 5xy because my middle term is 5xy. So now, cantik. That means this one and this one together, this one and this one together. So it's like this. This one will be one factor. 3x minus 2y will be one factor. 2x plus 3y will be another factor. So let's write that down here. 6x squared plus 5xy minus 6y squared equals 3x minus 2y, 2x plus 3y. So the answer is C. So those of you who managed to get it correct, well done. Answer is C, Answer is C. I hope I have done a good job explaining to you all how to do factorization of three terms. Usually these kind of things students will get very confused. Must really sit down with someone who knows and then ask that person to explain to you so that's why we have MasterMaths lessons at our 3 branches. You know, if you haven't signed up with us, please sign up with us. Okay. Before that, maybe, what time is it now? 8:37. Let me see. Okay, I got 10 people on TikTok and 5 people on Instagram. Okay, before I move on to question 4 and question 5, I want to just do something if you all don't mind. Okay. Okay, can you all see this? See? Wow, who's this handsome fellow over here? Okay, so this is me, I'm Coach Nawaz. Okay, so I'm doing the Sec 2 crash course. Okay, happening end of May. And then Coach Irfan will be doing PSLE Maths, O-Level Maths, A Maths and E Maths. So he's doing 3 He's doing the PSLE, A Maths, E Maths at O-Level. Okay, I'm doing Sec 2. I'm doing Sec 2. If you are in Sec 2 or you are Sec 1, you want to learn Sec 2 stuff, or you are in Sec 3, you still want to recap on your Sec 2 stuff, later I will see you at the Sec 2 crash course. Okay, and then we also got PSLE Science by Coach She and PSLE Maths also done by Coach Shahira. Okay, so this is our upcoming slate of crash courses in May and June. Okay, and if you sign up now, you get 10% off. Okay, you get 10% off. You just use this promo code. The promo code is early1. Okay, wait confirm. Early1. Okay, so you use this promo code early1, you get 10% off. But it ends on 13th of May or whenever the seats are filled up. Okay, promo ends 13th of May or whenever the seats are filled. Okay, early1 here is number 1 Okay, so that's all the advertisement. We go back to our lesson. Okay, go back to our lesson. Come. Okay, guys. Question number 4. Question number 4. We got 4 terms. We got 4 terms. Okay, come. I give you all some time to do. Let me know the answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Okay, those on TikTok. Okay, TikTok, let me just adjust a bit. Somebody saying that we should adjust. Okay. We got a few people on TikTok. We got a few people on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on Instagram and on TikTok. Come, let's see if you all can do this question, factorization of 4 terms. Okay, Halim, Sumaya Arakib, you said is D. Okay, let's see if you're correct lah. Okay, I haven't tried it myself. Okay, so someone says it's D. Okay, anybody else? Seraphi Chick. Seraphi. Alamak. Okay, you also say it's D. Okay, so I got 2 people saying it's D. What about the rest of y'all? Okay, I will go through in 1 minute's time. Let me grab a glass of water, guys. Getting thirsty. Okay, guys, let's try this. So it says that we must factorize 5t to the power 4 plus 20t to the power 3 plus 6t plus 20 plus 24. So for 4 terms, guys, for 4 terms, what we do is we factorize the first 2 terms followed by the next 2 terms. Okay, pull out the highest common factor lah. Basically, we pull out the highest common factor. So, actually, if you ask me, factorizing of 4 terms is the easiest of the lot. It's the easiest of the lot. So, very easy actually. Okay, let's rewrite the question here. So, we have 5t to the power 4 plus 20t cubed plus 6t plus 24. Okay. Let's zoom in these 2. Okay. What is the highest common factor here? Highest common factor here would be 5t cubed. Agree? 5t cubed. So if I pull out 5t cubed from 5t power 4, I'm left with t. Isn't it? Because you think this one times this one will give me this. And then what about this one? Okay, so obviously if you pull out 5, this 20 will become 4. And then this t cube gone lah. There's no t cube already. So it will just be t plus 4. Alamak, the t, the plus also look like a t. Okay, so don't be confused. There's t and there's plus. So I pull out the 5t cube, I'm left with t plus 4. I'm left with t plus plus 4. Okay, let's move on. What about 60 plus 24? What can I pull out here? I can pull out 6. So when I pull out 6, I'm left with t plus 4 also. Okay? Because 6 times t will give me 60. 6 times 4 will give me 24. Can you see? 6 times 4, 24. 6 times t, t. 6 times t, 60. Now, the very, very important thing is this thing inside the bracket must be the same. If it is not the same, guys, that means you need to go back to step number 1. You need to rearrange the 4 terms that you see over here. You need to rearrange the 4 terms that you see over here. Because sometimes, this is the thing about some setters. They would like to make it a bit difficult for you. So what will they do now? They will rearrange the terms at the beginning. So they might have, instead of 5t to the power 4 plus 20t cube, they might have 5t4 plus 6t plus 20t cube plus 24. So you will find that after you pull out the highest common factor, I don't get that thing inside the bracket. I don't get it to be the same. It's not the same. So if it's not the same, then cannot move on. Okay? But if it is the same, like what you see here, then very nice lah. Then all you need to do now is you put 5t cube and your 6 inside the one bracket. So 5t cube plus 6 will be inside one bracket. And then t plus 4, I know here there is one bracket here, there is one bracket here. But in your final answer, it will just be this one bracket here. Okay? So the answer is D. So I think a lot of y'all answered D. Well done. I'm very proud of y'all. Y'all managed to get the answer. The answer is D. Okay? Solid. Okay, let's move on. I think this is the last question for today. Again, 4 terms. Okay, guys, come on. Is it A, B, C, or D? What is your answer? TikTok and Instagram. Guys, please like and share my video. Like and share my video on TikTok, on Instagram. Please, subscribe to MasterMaths if you have not already done so. And give me the answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? Well, obviously, it shouldn't be C or D lah. It should be A or B, right? So is it A, B, C, or D? Let's try and see. Wow, looks very complicated lah. I think it's not A lah. I think it's not A, because A, if I were to expand, I will get 3 terms. This one got 4 terms. Why so complicated? Okay, let's see if we can do it. Okay, I'll go through in 2 minutes time. 2 minutes time. So ample time for you all to try out. La 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 la.
This is 39-year-old on.
Oh no. What is this? Anybody with any answers on TikTok? Okay, so let's try. Okay, so we have 4 terms. So teacher teach us, okay, when you got 4 terms, you focus on the first 2. And then you focus on the last 2. Wow, but why like this? Okay, never mind, let's try. So 9x squared minus 6x. Okay, maybe I pull out the 3x. So when I pull out 3x, my 9x squared become 3x. So 3x times 3x will give me 9x squared, correct? Then this one will be minus 2. But what about the plus 1 here? Plus 1 minus 4c squared. Wow, very complicated. Okay, let's try. Let's see, can I pull out the 1 or not? Well, I cannot pull out 1. Plus 1. Cannot plus 1. 1 minus 4c squared. Can I put 1 plus 4c, 1 minus 4c? Okay, maybe I try to rearrange. See whether that helps. Okay. I think I know this one how they do lah. Wow, this one high level lah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's say now we rearrange. Let's say I have 9x squared okay, 9x squared minus 6x plus 1 minus 4c squared. Attempt number 2. Use cross method. Okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Wow, very clever you. Okay, this one is a combination of techniques. You know, we said that 4 terms you factorize the first 2 and then you factorize the next 2. But actually, what you need to do here is you need to factorize these 3 terms here. So how to factorize the 3 terms there? Same thing lah, must use the cross method. Okay. Guys, hold on. I switch off my aircon. My aircon making a lot of funny noises. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now I know that this is 9x squared and I know that this is 1. Okay, right? Can see first term, third term. So the 9x squared, I can break it down into 3x and 3x. The 1, I can break it down into 1 and 1. So when I multiply, I get 3x here, I get 3x here, I get 6x. Okay? Which means to say, wait, I'm not supposed to get 6x, I'm supposed to get minus 6x. So this one must be minus, which means this has to be minus, this has to be minus, this has to be minus 1, minus 1. You know that minus 1 and minus 1 will give me 1. Okay, so 3x times minus 1 minus 3x, 3x times minus 1 minus 3x, minus 3x, minus 3x, minus 6x. So I'm happy. I can get 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1 minus 4c squared. I've not forgotten about the minus 4c squared. Don't forget about the minus 4c squared. So again, these 3, you can factorize them using your cross method that you have learned earlier to give you this. Okay, so this one you can rewrite to make it 3x minus 1 square minus 4c square. So now, how many terms do you see? This is where you have your difference of the squares. Remember I said difference of the squares? So this is one square. This is another square. You see not? Okay, so let's do a side working here. So if I were to square root 3x minus 1 bracket square, what do I get? I get 3x minus 1 lah. And if I were to square root 4c square, what do I get? I get 2c. Okay? So this is just like your a square minus b square equals to a plus b, a minus b. Right? So now we come to this guy here. We know that this will be 3x minus 1 minus, not 4c, not 4c, minus 2c (3x minus 1 plus 2c). You got a bracket within a bracket. Okay, so we open up the bracket. We will get 3x minus 1 minus 2c, 3x minus 1 plus 2c. Sorry, a bit squeezy, but this is your final answer. Okay, this one over here, I highlight for you. Okay, again, one more time. Quick recap, 8:56. Okay, we got 4 minutes left. Okay, this question here got 4 terms, but you cannot solve using the usual method. Usual method for when you have 4 terms, right? Remember the usual method? Oh, we factorize the first 2 and then we factorize the last 2. And then we look for the common factor. Like what we did in example number 4. Example number 4. Okay? That is a classic question with 4 terms. This one cannot use that same method. This one, what you need to do is you need to break it down into this part here and this part here. So the one in purple, guys, we factorize using the cross method, we get this. The one in pink, we leave it. So the one in purple, we factorize using the cross method. After that, we get our square. So what we want to see is this fella here. We want to see this square over here and this square over here. Because once we have a square over here and a square over here and a minus in the middle, now we can use our difference of squares. So when we use our difference of squares, we end up with 3x minus 1 minus 2c, 3x minus 1 plus 2c. Okay? So the answer is B lah. The answer is B. So those of you all who managed to do it, wow, fantastic lah. Fantastic. I also tired already. I see stars. Okay guys, so one more time lah. Let me talk about the crash course that's happening end of May and in June. Let me go back. Okay. So if you are struggling in school, you feel like you're falling behind, you want someone to give you some help, you need some help lah. Okay, please. Okay, remember, this is the early one promo code, 10% off. Promo ends 13th of May or whenever the seats are filled. So what is the website here that you need to sign up at? Okay, I forgot to give you all the website. The website is http. I write down. Okay. Okay, I will share this again next week lah. I will share it again next week. Okay, so the website is https://store.mastermaths.com.sg/. Okay, maybe next week I will share in the Instagram live and in the TikTok live lah. Okay guys, so this is the crash course we are talking about. This is the crash course we are talking about. If there's a QR code to sign up, good. Then you can just scan your QR code. Okay lah. That's all for today. The time now is 8:59. It's almost 9 o'clock. Thank you for those of y'all who have stuck with me for the last 1 hour. This has been secondary school live stream happening every Wednesday 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, 1 hour so that you can learn a bit about maths. Hopefully help you with your grades, help you with your studies. This is Coach Nawaz signing off. See you next week. Bye bye.